Draymond Green is one of the most controversial players in today's NBA. He's loyal to a fault to the Golden State Warriors and has helped them win 4 NBA championships in the last 8 years. During that time, he has also become one of the dirtiest players in the league and is no stranger to flagrant fouls, ejections, and even fighting with his own teammates. So in today's video, we'll take a closer look at some of the worst Draymond Green incidents and how they all played out. So sit back and enjoy the show. This is gonna be a wild one. The Bradley Beal fight. Technically, Beal was the actual instigator in this case, but Draymond didn't shirk away from his involvement either. The incident occurred in the final minute of the second quarter. The two stars were fighting for position on a rebound, and Beal hit Green in the face before wrapping his hand around his neck. The two continued jostling as they fell down to the court, and members of the Wizards and Warriors rushed in to intervene. The referees ejected both players, and Draymond sounded off after the game. "I don't know what I'm supposed to do if someone hits you twice," he said per ESPN.com's Chris Haynes. "Man, you're taught as a kid not to allow that. What was I supposed to do?" The NBA hit Green with a $25,000 fine, while Beal received a $50K fine for his involvement. Griffin elbow. In 2013, the Warriors met the Clippers in an intense matchup. Draymond had over the years developed a pretty notorious rivalry with Blake Griffin and brought things to the next level once again. Officials reviewed the final play of the third quarter when Green threw an elbow towards Griffin's throat. It was a clearly flagrant foul, and they ejected him from the game. Blake didn't think much of Draymond's attack, nor did he think that it was fair to receive a technical foul for his own involvement. Later, Griffin made his own feelings known about his foe. Griffin said, "If you look at it, I didn't do anything, and I got thrown out of the game. It all boils down to they fell for it. To me, that's cowardly. That's cowardly basketball." It's safe to say that the opposing fans and players loathe Green because of these violent plays. The low kick against Steven Adams. The Warriors played the Pelicans in 2016 when he faced off against Steve Adams. Draymond drew a foul from the big man, but that's not all he did. He also made headlines after a below-the-belt kick to Adams' lower regions. His foot rose and caught the New Zealander directly where it hurts the most. Officials checked the incident and hit him with a flagrant foul, and the NBA hit him the next day with a $25K fine. Most fans and players think that Draymond is complete garbage because of his consistent dirty plays. However, Adams didn't criticize Green. He admitted that Draymond meant to foul him, but he didn't say that the play was particularly dirty. Adams told the Low Post podcast that he didn't think that Green aimed for his groin. Nah, he didn't. I think he wanted to flail. He intentionally wanted to flail. But I don't think he thought, let me just pinpoint accurate shin right into old mate's crown jewels. I don't think he thought that. Flagrant foul against Brandon Clark. The Warriors played the Grizzlies when Draymond appeared to hit Clark in the face. He also dragged him by the jersey to the floor before slyly trying to help him up. Green did much worse throughout his time in the NBA, but the refs know what he's about, and they don't tolerate this behavior. He received a flagrant foul as they ejected him from the game, taunting the crowd as he was leaving the court. Clark didn't hold back after the game. Later, in the press conference, he told the reporters that this was typical of Draymond's style. Everybody knows what he's going to do, so it's not shocking anymore. He's been known for flagrant fouls in his career. I've watched them on TV my whole life, it feels like. I wasn't really shocked. I don't really like to flop or nothing, but he did hit me pretty hard twice when I saw it again. The KD incident. During the 2018-19 season, the Warriors had an 11-2 record when they visited the Los Angeles Lakers at the Staples Center. The game was tied at 106. Draymond won a rebound and went towards the basket. However, Green failed to pass to Durant, and the game went into overtime. In the end, the two teammates ended up arguing while on the court. DeMarcus Cousins had to drag Draymond away. What ensued was a fiery Kevin Durant-Draymond Green argument, with both players screaming at each other in the huddle. For obvious reasons, the argument raised countless questions about the Warriors' chemistry and the locker room vibes. Green allegedly called KD a bitch several times and told him that the Warriors didn't need him and that they had won without him. The background for the argument was that Draymond was allegedly annoyed with KD over his upcoming free agency status and his refusal to commit to the team. In the end, Draymond was suspended, and the incident eventually led to KD leaving the Warriors the following summer. And then, their dynasty run was officially over. The throat shot. Dante Exum received a baptism of fire when he met Draymond Green for the first time. Exum was just a rookie when Draymond viciously caught him in the throat and forced him off the court. He actually spent the next few minutes vomiting in the locker room. However, the rookie returned to action and impressed everybody with his tenacity. Jazz coach Quinn Snyder told the Herald Sun, 19 and skinny doesn't mean he's not tough. I mean that. You're going to have to knock him around pretty good for him to not come back in the game. The Jordan Poole knockout. The most controversial incident of his career, however, is without a shadow of a doubt the vicious knockout of his Golden State Warriors teammate Jordan Poole last month. The video obtained by TMZ shows Draymond violently knocking Poole to the ground right in the middle of a team practice. In the video, you could clearly see the two trash-talking each other, when it all of a sudden turned physical. Green walks up to Poole and gets in his face. Poole pushes Green away with two hands to the chest. Green, who's 6'6" and 230, responds with a vicious right Superman punch to the face. So ferocious it knocks Poole to the ground, and it appears to have knocked him out cold. Green then stands over Poole as teammates and coaches rush in to pull him away. Kicking Marquise Chris. If reincarnation exists, there's a high probability that Green will return as a donkey. The man just can't help himself and kicks other players with the regularity of an NFL punter. In a 2016 matchup, Marquise Chris became his latest victim. The funny part is that the two eventually ended up as teammates. However, Draymond doesn't think about future job situations when he kicks the living daylights out of his foes. Chris's pinky swelled up after the game as a result of Green's brutality. After the game, Chris made it clear that the injury frustrated him a lot. He said that there was no need for Draymond to leave his leg in the air as he does. Fans thought that Marquise exaggerated the injury, but swelling later showed that it was as real as it gets. I was frustrated at the time but just moved on from it. It happens, it's just easy to avoid. In hindsight, you don't have to kick your leg up in the air as frequently as it's happening. It's just something that needs to be addressed. The lick. When a player is continually on the edge of the map like Draymond, it's only natural that they'll attempt something unusual now and then. However, it's unfortunate that one of his old foes, Blake Griffin, was implicated in the incident. In the 2014 matchup, Draymond actually made an effort to lick Blake in the face. It's not the first time that an elite athlete's mouth came too close to an opponent. Tyson Fury once famously licked Deontay Wilder. And there are also multiple incidents of biting involving soccer star Luis Suarez. Luckily for Blake, Draymond didn't make contact, but he came pretty close. The flying drop kick. In a 2016 game between the Rockets and the Warriors, Draymond went up against Harden and elbowed him viciously in the head. As the Houston star collapsed to the floor, Green followed it up with an axe kick. The replay provided damning evidence as Harden didn't know what had just happened. This was a full-fledged attack. The fact that Draymond didn't even consider the previous incident to be a flagrant foul is arguably the most shocking aspect of it. He was more critical of Harden's propensity to draw fouls than his own misdemeanor. "I never thought they would call a flagrant foul," Green said. "That never even crossed my mind. It wasn't really much going through my head at all. But I gotta try and make these 2 free throws. Other than that, I really don't worry too much about what they do." Eye gouging LeBron. In 2018, the Golden State played the Lakers in the newly implemented play-in tournament. LeBron James balled out and hit the game-winning shot to seal the victory for his team and a place in the NBA playoffs. However, he also had to experience hardship at the hands of Draymond. The Warriors forward brutally gouged his eye when LeBron drove towards the basket. Although it seemed innocent, some would say Green's questionable history makes it clear that he knew exactly what he was doing. LeBron said that he experienced real fear after the eye poke. It affected his vision and made him see triple. He thanked his higher power for his ability to sink the game-winning shot, despite his challenge seeing. It's worth remembering that this isn't the only time Draymond gouged an opponent in his career. The Kyrie Irving kick. We're not saying that a kick to the head is what's needed to help reset Kyrie Irving's brain, but that could be what was going through Draymond's mind when they met in 2016. First, Kyrie took a handful of Green's jersey, but this was like waving a red flag in front of a bull, as Draymond was ready to enact revenge from that moment on. Green simultaneously flopped to the hardwood while lashing out with his foot. He caught Kyrie in the chest while narrowly avoiding his head with the other foot. So close, but no cigar, Mr. Green. Clotheslining LeBron James. Draymond earned himself yet another flagrant foul after he clotheslined LeBron James mid-court in a 2017 matchup. Golden State played the Cavs and Green felt like leaving a mark on the game, while simultaneously leaving a physical imprint of his body on LeBron. We've already spoken on how Draymond poked LeBron in the eye, and King James knows all about Green's dirty playing style. He's felt the full force of Draymond's dark side on several occasions, and this was just another one of those encounters. The costly nut shot. There's no denying that Draymond has had a hugely successful career with the Warriors. Arguably, every team needs that type of player who's willing to get down and dirty. But his penchant for chaos and attacking his opponents has cost Golden State dearly on occasion. One such moment was when Draymond tried to hit LeBron in his private area in the 2016 NBA Finals. Green lashed out from the ground with his arm and attempted to make contact with LeBron's groin. Thankfully, he somehow missed, but got himself suspended from the next game. This was a major reason why the Cavs turned a 3-1 deficit around, as Draymond cost himself and the Golden State Warriors another NBA championship. What are your thoughts on Draymond Green? Is he the dirtiest player in NBA today, or is he just misunderstood? Please let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more basketball content like this. Until next time, peace.